Hi everyone, welcome to our first year advisory tool presentation. Let's get right in. So the background of the assessment is basically why make the tool, how first years will benefit from it. This is usually before they actually start their first year. Why not just use the university website? All the information's there, right? And what new topics of the university will first years learn? So, adverse circumstances and all that stuff. And then we'll show some of the website. So the tool was made to obviously help first year students out. We wanted to make a website. That's the type of tool we're making, a website where all the information that they need to know. So this means how to get around uni, where is uni, accommodation if they needed it, lectures and workshops, exams, adverse circumstances, all that beautiful stuff at the uni. We wanted to streamline the information to know, so kind of like a step-by-step guide that they can go through and understand how university works before they actually go to university. So how will it benefit first years? Obviously, we will have a website that will have all the information about what university is, and give them more of a personal feel, as everyone in Group 11 has been through university and still is in university as of right now. So we can give this sort of touch that the university can't really. They need to keep up a more professional manner within their information. We can, slim it down a bit and just give our own little personal opinion on certain things that may actually help first year students to kind of bridge this kind of relation to a first year student. So when they actually go to university for the first time, it is much easier for them to fully understand some things. So an example of this, and a fantastic example of this, would be workshops and lectures. That is a big part of university, considering most of those take 13 weeks each semester. So instead of saying something like, oh, yeah, go to every lecture and workshop so you understand all the information, instead of keeping it plain and, obviously that is the correct information to tell a first year student you should go to every lecture, we tell them kind of how it feels, how a lecture will play out, how a workshop should feel when you arrive for the first time. So going off the information that we have lectures and workshops, we have obviously talking about the different types, how they usually work on different types, so online, face-to-face, and that's getting more into online is pretty chill. You just have to join on your computer. Obviously, we've included the information that you can go to university and use their computers, or you can use your own. You can use it on your own laptop on the university Wi-Fi or any of that kind of stuff. And that also lectures also happen like that sometimes too. So we've also included that information. So why don't we just use the university website? It has all the information there, right? So the reason why we want to try and get first year students to use our website is purely because it does have a more of a personal feel to it, and that students can somewhat relate to our information that we provided. This is mainly when they start going to university, but if we give this sort of information, as I've said before about the lectures and workshops that kind of explain how they kind of work out, when they walk in for the first time, they won't feel as anxious or nervous, because they'll kind of know what's going to happen. And then obviously a lecture will go on, and most of the time we will be correct in how it works. So basically how a lecture works is that, they start 5 minutes after the hour. So for example, if a lecture started at 4, it's really going to start at 4:05. So get there, around 4. Don't ever be late, because then it's a bit annoying. Usually you want to have like a pen and paper out minimum, or if you have a laptop, you can use a laptop. It's perfectly fine. And basically the lecturer at the front of the room will talk for an hour, nearly non-stop, going through a presentation. So what new topics of university will first years learn about? So when a first year student comes to university, they don't know about adverse circumstances or the really important stuff when coming to assessments and exams. That's the really important stuff that we want to drill into them, because it's very important for some students that may go through these problems through their lives as they go through university. And for them to know this information, they can feel a bit of relief when these situations come up. So basically, we've made a flow on the website where students won't be bombarded into the deep end. So we're not going to tell our first year students right away what adverse circumstance is, because they're going to have no clue, because we haven't told them about assessments or exams, right? So we're starting with the easy stuff where we just go, how to get around, how to get the uni, and then we kind of divvy into how lectures and workshops work, and then talking about exams, and then like how to prep for an exam, what you should do for an exam, how exams usually play out, how different exams means you can bring in different sort of information. So like a reference sheet, or we've also called it a cheat sheet, as it's more famously known. Open book, all that kind of stuff. And then we bring them into adverse circumstances. As we've told them about accessible stuff through exams and assessments, then we can tell them about adverse circumstances and how they can relate. So that's how we're going to try and ease them through and what they will actually learn from the website. So as we can see here on the website, we've got a nice little flashy design, which has the university logo on it. And we have home, things to know, university tools and stuff like that. We've also added blogs. So we've written up our first day at university, and also split up into our first semester all on the same page. So if first year students ever needed a kind of like how we went through it, for how old we are now, it may give some relief to students to know how a first day is, because that's the most stressful day of university in your first year, really, because you don't know what's going to happen. It's a whole new environment and all this. So we've added that to the website, and as we scroll down here, we can see kind of like how a roadmap works. They should learn how to use these things. So obviously Zoom, Blackboard, and UON. Those are very important. We do have videos on those. So obviously the students up the top can press on videos. So that's pretty cool. And then as we go further a bit down, we can see assignments, like things to do. So assessments, tutorials, around campus, library, our stories, so they can read how we went through university in our first semester, and how to get around going around campus. So through these things on the website, it's easy for the students to pinpoint certain bits of information that they need to. But if they want to go through stuff bit by bit, they can come up here into our blogs bit. So these are the parts that we can give them as of right now, and talk about, really.
Hi, this is Ipis Bulami. Let's talk about aims of the project. The primary aim of our web project is to provide information to first year students and help them successfully tackle the problems of first semester and have a successful semester and the whole year. So our project is a web application that provides information. Therefore, if it is simple, then it is easier for the students to use and understand. Therefore, we have created a simple user interface and user experience which anyone can use with a simple computer knowledge. There is no learning curve on how to use our web application. Like any other website, it is easy. It is similar and it is easier to use. The information provided on the website is easier to understand because as a students, we know it is hard to understand all the information provided on the official website of the university, although we recommend you to study that for further information, but we have skimmed all the information and just provided the required information for a first year student that are newly admitted. We have at the university tools like MyUN, Blackboard, which we require in order to have a successful semester. Therefore, we will try to provide tutorials, and we have provided so that students can easily understand how to use these tools. And also we want to make connection with the students that we have we have provided our experience on how we tackle our first semesters as a newly admitted students, so that we can have a connection and tell them our problems and what we did, so that when they face such problems they can overcome it. And these are our aims of the project. Now let's talk about technical details of our project. Our web application is created using HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and PHP. We have used Laravel framework as the backend. It is a PHP framework that is easier to use, so that we have better control of the web pages. And we have used MySQL database. Hi, this is the demonstration of our website. First, insert the link of the website in the address bar, and this is the home page of our web project. Like any other websites, you just click on the link and it will open a new page. For example, if we click on our stories, it's going to open the collection of our stories, and if you click on one, you get to see the content and you just read it. Yeah, it is similar. Videos, there are videos. You click on the link, it opens the video pages. You click on a video, it plays a video. To go back to home, click on home. Yeah, to click read or something, just read, use see a video. Yeah, this is the demonstration of our web application.
Hello everyone, my name is Xie Dongyang. I'm the video producer in our group. My part is talk about modules. As a total consisting website, our website is detecting to produce help in all students. As a total consisting website, our website is producer help in all assessment for new students in the first semester. For example, one, teach new students how to use the Blackboard. Two, inform new students of the special location of each building in the school and its related functions. Three, help new students solution some of the problems they often encounter in the first semester, such as the housing problem in students' dormitory. For the first one, in order to reach this goal, I created a series of videos tutorials on how to use my UN and my Blackboard, and it will comment to the video. The purpose is to teach new students how to use my UN Blackboard. So step by step. With the help of video tutorial and online contexting functions, new students can quickly learn how to use school's online learning tools, check in timetables, and submit homework. The second global. For most new students, it's difficult to quickly and just find their classroom in the first weeks of our admins. Take the members of our groups as an example. Although the compass maps produced by the school apps can help find the location of the classroom, not everyone knows how to use it at first. And it often happens that the building and the classroom are not found. The third group, like about two problems that most new students often enclosed. Our website agree to produce construction and help about other new students' problems, such as dormitory, library, students' rooms, and computer rooms. For those learning places, if there is no special guidance, most new students don't know how to use them. Take the school's dormitory as an example. If a new student wants to live in school's dormitory, he must apply for it himself. You can also produce more than 8 academies in approaching according to different needs of students. We also produce related video to introduce the community. New students can get understanding of the community through the video, like this. Once they are interested, they can visit the school's website through the link placed in the video and upload for their own dormitory. That's my part. Thank you.
I'm Qi Xuanchen. The result of the website means the requirements of aims. First, the website satisfies good UI and user experience. We can see this is the homepage of the website. The typography and color scheme of the website is simple. It leaves some white spaces so that the layout doesn't look compact. The homepage keeps only the main information, such as the navigation panel and a semester timeline roadmap. Users can easily find the information they want. In the navigation panel, the text description is concise. Only 1 or 2 words is to describe the topic of the information. No unnecessary text description. This reflects good UI design, and user experience is also good. For example, to access the website, there is no required to sign up, which reduces steps in the operation and reduces the user's sense of exclusion. Then the information is easy to understand. The university website provides so many information that first-year students may not need. We arrange this information and delay the ones that first-year students may not need to know, and convert the formal information provided by the university to an easy to understand for students. In other way to say, we rewrote the information from the student's perspective. We have provided tutorial videos on the website to teach students how to use the online tools. These are several videos that introduce use of my UON, Blackboard, Zoom, and other tools. With the tutorial videos, users can immediately learn to use the online tools. The website provides an My Stories area to connect with students. The stories are written by senior students. It describes what a first semester like and how they passed their first semesters. So first-year students could get advices through these stories. As the targeted user of the website is first-year students, the information on the website is closely linked to first-year student, which covers information including travel, accommodation, and so on. First-year student access the information without the need to look anywhere else through this website. There are also some limitations of the website. First is we did not put all the necessary information onto the website because we opt towards easy to understand for students. So we keep the most important thing on it. Next, there is not much consideration for safety, as the focus is on providing information. The website does not need to sign up, so we did not give priority consideration on safety. Upgrading and updating are also not doing well. For example, some of the information about the university might change in the future, but the website could not update timely.
So what are the ethical considerations we need to make? So with the website, we need to have sound information. So the information on the website needs to be correct. We never, ever want to lead a student astray. We don't want to give them false information that then they may believe and then take on to their first year or first semester of university. That is a very bad thing to happen. So we have looked over the information that we have provided over and over, and we believe it's sound. If there are any problems, we can adjust and fix that up. We have had many talk about different languages on the website. Unfortunately, as our group cannot do that, we obviously do not have the resources to make it able to every language possible. So even though our group is diverse, we do not cover every language in the world. So we will have to leave it as of right now, but in the future, everything may change. So, and obviously fact checking. Obviously, when we come to the very important stuff, so exams, assessments, we always want to be correct about those things. So an example of being correct or like fact checking is an exam at 7 o'clock at night. Those are possible. Those are horrible times, but those do happen. We will have to tell them, if your exam is at 7, get there at 6:30. Be very early. Do not ever be late to an exam. Always be early, because if you are ever late to an exam, you are short on time all the time. So we want to be correct on that front. And this also leads into adverse circumstances. Adverse circumstances are a very big thing for fact checking. So if we say, if you are horribly ill and it's happening during one of your assessments, you absolutely are able to apply for adverse circumstances. And yeah, basically we don't want to tell them, oh yeah, if you just got like a little cough but it's nothing big, you can apply for it. We don't want to say that. You have to actually be sick. You can't weasel your way out of it, unfortunately. So so yeah, you do have to be correct on these things, because if we don't, then we could lead students astray, and that's not a very good website by the end of that. So those are the ethical considerations.